What is up, my amazing people?
All right, so what are we doing today?
So you should see behind us, it says Titanic. So I guess we're gonna go explore the
We're gonna
Titanic.
get to the bottom.
Oh.
No, of what Rose did. No. So you've seen.
We're gonna
the
go
film,
see Jack.
right? No, poor thing. Calm down. Well, we kind of are, but you guys gotta stay tuned for that one. We'll tell you a little bit more about it, but. We're gonna go and see the Titanic. You've seen the film and everything. Now it's time to actually go into the history of it, which will take you along. It's actually here at what casino?
The Luxor Casino.
Yeah, so you guys have seen that little pyramid thing in Vegas? It's there. So we're gonna take you guys along and explore this with us. So we'll chime in with you guys in a bit.
Don't get too cold like Rose did, but let's go take a dive into the iceberg.
Let's go. Alright guys, so we have made it into the Titanic exhibit. Woo! Alright, so there is a bundle that you guys can get. So for 2 exhibits, it's
The
40.
yeah.
Oh right, the Titanic and the body.
45.
It's $45 a person. Each one, if you're a resident, it's like $30. If you're not, it's $35. So
It's better doing the bundle because each one is 30 a piece. But if you do the bundle, it's 45, so you're saving.
Exactly. So we're gonna do the Titanic, and we're getting in line right now. So we'll see you guys in a bit.
Let's get on the boat.
Let's go. All aboard. We've made it inside, and before anything, they do give you these cards.
Boarding passes.
Right. Never seen these before. So my name is Mrs. Sebastiano del Carlo, Argentine University. This is mine. Your
Mine
name?
was Mr. Rene Amiadamia.
So at the end, we'll see if our person survived or not. So I am from, we're traveling to California. Well, for me.
Mine's Belgium.
Oh, very interesting.
Hello.
All right, let's go.
So where you guys are looking at, this is for 3rd class. So this is where Jack stayed, not this specific one per se, but he stayed in a room like this.
So there's different classes. So this one is a 3rd class passenger. So this is the hallway, the first, kind of thing where they would stay. So most European immigrants would stay here. first class. Oh, look at
I got 14 months. Well, I've got my baubles from Tiffany. 32 pairs of shoes, and they're all really reasonable. One simply cannot be on
Beg your pardon, ma'am. You're going to watch spaghetti.
Mira hasta la Rosa de Guadalupe roses there. The Rosa de Guadalupe roses there. That's great. So yes, something that you guys would find out, obviously my birthday is the 14th of April.
So I really thought people died because the ship sank, but due to what I know, the weather was 28 degrees in the water and people died of hypothermia, so they didn't die due to sinking.
Look at that, we're learning so much.
Hit while the water went in.
And then it hit Jack first.
That's crazy.
That's really crazy. Go check what but before we do, I kind of want to read what it was yours like reason of traveling.
To Michigan.
No.
Oh.
What was your reason to travel?
To work as a farmhand helping harvest sugar beets around farms around Michigan. He tended to stay as long as the best season lasted before returning home.
Oh, okay. So mine, she was traveling to California. She was in second class. She was just married on February 20th of 1912, so she was 2 months. And then in her hometown of Lucca, Italy. And her husband, Sebastiano, were planning to move to California to start a new life. Yeah. So let's see if they survived. All right, check it out. All right.
Oh man. He died. Your turn.
All right. Oh, that's my turn.
She survived.
Wow. So in my case, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. Yeah. All right, and then right here, it takes you along to a gift shop. So we are done with the tour. It gives you all these fun facts. I personally really enjoyed it. I think it's really educational. And apparently there's another exhibit somewhere else in Tennessee.
Where you can put your hand and feel how cold the ice was, but...
Yeah. So in Vegas, you could see parts of the ship and like things that were collected under the sea. And obviously more facts about people. In Tennessee, you could see the level or how cold the water is. That's crazy.
There's a conspiracy that the Titanic did not sink. It was another ship because J.P. Porter had another ship. So I might find it on TikTok and we'll lead
I
it.
told you the Titanic never sank. What? So the owner of the boat, JP Morgan, actually had two boats. He had the Titanic and he had the Olympic. And the Olympic was a little bit older and a little bit more run down, and it was also in some accident. Okay. So the theory is that JP Morgan sank the boat on purpose because he knew he would get a lot of money. What? He did it for the insurance money, right? But why sink the newly built Titanic when you could scratch off the paint, swap the names, and sink the Olympic instead?
You just painted the word Titanic over the Olympic?
It gets worse. Guess who was on that boat?
Who? I know there's a lot of people on the boat.
All of JP Morgan's business competitors.
What?
And not one of them made it out.
Oh my god.
But guess who wasn't on the boat?
Who?
JP Morgan.
Was he supposed to be?
He canceled minutes before it left.
Because he knew it was gonna sink.
And there was a guy named James Fenton, right, who survived and worked on the boat. And on his deathbed, his last words were, "The Titanic never sank. It was the Olympic."
Wait, what?
And he said that if he said anything, something bad would happen to him.
So what you're trying to say is the movie Titanic's actually called the Olympic.
Exactly.
Leave in the comments below, what do you think? What's your thoughts on it? Did the Titanic sink or was it the other ship?
The sister ship,
The sister ship?
the smaller ship.
Would really like to know what you guys think.
All right, let us know.
All right, did you like it? This exhibit?
I liked it.
I liked it too. It had a lot of fun
Facts.
stuff. Yeah, definitely worth your money for what you want to know about fun facts and how like the vibe of the boat looks.
And how the rooms looked, and you get to see a lot in there, like the clothes and dishes and rooms.
Yep, exactly. And you get to keep your boarding pass. So that's a pretty cool like little memory that you have going on. And now next stop is
The bodies exhibit.
but we'll have to wait till next week to check it out.
Because we want you guys to take all this in. So
Yes, we can't have too much fun in one video.
No.
I mean, we gotta spread the love around. So stay tuned next week. Go ahead and subscribe to get an alert of when the next video will come out for the bodies exhibit. And I will see you guys at home for
word of the day.
Alright, I'll see you guys at home. Hey, I hope you enjoyed exploring the Titanic in a more realistic aspect and encourages you to go out and explore for yourself, as they have many exhibits around the world with different parts of the ship, testimonies, and even experiences. I wanted to invite you to stay along for the word of the day, where I talk to you about what I took from today's adventure. So today's word of the day is tragedy. Going into these exhibits, you don't know what to expect. After this being about 109 years ago, it still makes a big impact into what everybody had gone through. I know we had made a lot of Rose and Jack references, but to think that we had no idea of other people's reasons of being on that boat and the future they envisioned, it makes it harder to see all of those lives lost. After the total count, they closed the loss of people at 1,496 people, making this not only take effect emotionally, but also a practical impact in the world. After this tragedy, ships were required to carry enough lifeboats for everybody on board. Radios were required to be kept on for 24 hours a day, and international ice patrol was even established. But it also had a huge social impact, as this was the first major international disaster. When I was walking through this, I can just picture how the news and articles were blowing up, how quiet the streets would have been to pay tribute to those lives, making this the equivalent when 9/11 happened in my generation. This being said, each lapse in this world will have an uncontrollable event that is way out of our control. That's where a strong bond is needed, and where the love of your neighbor needs to come to play more than ever. Sadly, these are just cases of ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances, in which we have to come together as one and be there for one another. There is nothing that could have gone any different, since we have no control on events such as these and many more we've experienced all around the world through the years and even present times. Titanic was a big tragedy, but each tragedy has marked us in one way or another. So let's continue to love our neighbors and cherish the moments we learned about one another, our different cultures, and loving the roots that we each come from. Each different and each beautiful. Thank you for taking your time and watching this video. Please join our amigos by subscribing to my channel for more adventures I take you along with. Remember that you are the light of the world, so don't let anybody or anything dull that shine. I love you guys so much. God bless you, and adios amigos.